ode to the Mother Earth. Mama, won't you take me back down? Take me back down to the ground. Mama, won't you take me back down to the ground.
Welcome everyone, and we will be starting with a beautiful, special welcome dance and song, which we invite you to enjoy on this Mother Earth Day.
Dear friends around the world, greetings on Mother Earth Day, greetings with this grounded energy of the Haka dance of one of our indigenous-led homes for humanity in Aotearoa, New Zealand, a primary school. And you saw the children of this primary school greeting us. We greet you from the home of our dear and beloved co-chair, Professor Dr. Jean Houston, here in the middle of this screen from a beautiful home. Rama and I are grateful to have to be seated right and left to her side on Mother Earth Day, as Jean carries so powerfully the energy of Mother Earth. And today we celebrate our one home. But as we celebrate our one home, we go together on a quest of our one home journey, 7 years for 7 generations. And the quest we are holding today in this call and beyond, how do we care? How do we care for our common home? How do we care for our common home individually? How do we care for our common home locally on the grounds we are living? And how do we care for our Earth home? And today you will be experiencing our beloved Jean and our equally beloved co-chair, Dr. Youssef Mahmoud. Jean and Youssef will open this exploration, and then we are meeting indigenous grandmothers, indigenous grandfathers, community-led homes for humanity, listen to their voices and wisdom, and then we go into a deep dialogue all together, exploring our answers in co-creation and in deep dialogue. We are blessed that today's call is also co-hosted by some of our very valuable planetary partner organizations. Just listen also to the names. They're potently resonant with today's day. The Holomovement, and we have Emanuel Kunzelmann and Laura Rose with us. Purpose Earth, also represented by both of them. Choosing Earth, Dwayne Elgin and Colleen Elgin are with us on the call, and Unity Earth. Ben Bowler sends his greetings, and Peter Blaise Corcoran is with us today. So let's enter our exploration. Let's enter it on the first anniversary of when we inaugurated the One Home journey on Mother Earth Day 2024 in Egypt, at our Home for Humanity in Egypt, the legendary Sechem, and we have Constanza Abulesh from the founding family with us today. It's promised to be a planetary endeavor and exploration today. Welcome to this very special occasion.
And we also thank World Future Council, our other dear partner, who was with us a year ago on this day so we could start the journey together, from a country beloved to Jean. And Jean, our co-chair, the visionary co-founder of the Human Potential Movement, the founder of Social Artistry, who has led so many of us to our highest purpose and potential in many, many countries around the world, but who's also been with us well before the conception of the journey, guiding us over the last 12 years as the Home for Humanity movement has grown, Jean. Sitting here by your side has been essential for this journey. And you've been with us since that starting moment in Egypt, in all of the countries we've been to, guiding us, being with us and meeting the people on the ground, seeing how the future is coming into being. So we turn to you now for an opening invocation to wish us all on this day and bring us into the spirit of Mother Earth Day. Thank you for all you've done for the movement, for the One Home journey, and for being here today.
Thank you, Rama. Welcome, friends. Welcome to Mother Earth Day. Mother Earth, how often do we have the opportunity to truly honor her, and she to send her magnificence, her depth, her beauty, her love to you. Feel that now. Feel that love. Feel new energies arising inside you, energies of helping others, energies of tapping into the vast immensity of human potentials that you are so fortunate to have. And above all, take your mind, your body, your heart, and feel the very best aspects of these that you have, and let them send them out forth to, could be hundreds of thousands, it could be millions of people who are also celebrating the glorious Mother Earth with you. In fact, as I am holding a replica of Mother Earth, I want you to imagine that you are actually holding Mother Earth herself, as she holds you, as she holds you. And as you do so, realize, with all the things you have held in your life, have you ever held Mother Earth? On this special day, something arises, something magical, better, something planetary. And feel Mother Earth moving through you, for you are one of her children. Feel her giving you a sense of, oh, you're in a state of deep, deep helping. My donkey is so impressed, she's showing us. Helping Mother Earth, not just to survive, but dear friends, to thrive. You are the ones who help Mother Earth to thrive as she holds you. And now, whisper to her, every one of you, whisper. whisper, whisper how you will, from this day forth, care for her, the most beloved of all beloveds, your own Mother Earth. Whisper. And as you do that, you may even feel parts of yourself opening up, waking up. Is it greater intelligence? Is it deeper knowing? And above all, it is the love that moves the sun and all the stars. Mother Earth, I am here with you, your partner, your friend, your beloved, your human representative. For each one of you is the human representative of Mother Earth. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jean. This very earth that you hold, that has been held by the children in Nuhaka School and by almost 10,000 people in communities around the earth that we have been in. Let us all take this deeply in, and if everyone would write into the chat what rose in you, what was your whisper to Mother Earth as Jean led us there in oneness with her. So we have every single one of you, your voices, your deepest, deepest calling and vision, your gift to Mother Earth with us. Thank you. And with that, dear friends.
Dear friends, keep whispering throughout the call into the chat.
Let's do
and
it.
as we whisper
Right now to we just take a moment to read some of your whispers coming in so that our whispers may mingle with each other. And with that, we welcome to join us, if you would pin him, Dr. Yusuf Mahmood, our second co-chair. You can please keep holding her. Wonderful. To join us from Tunisia, former Under-Secretary General of the United Nations and great, great lover of peace. So we call you both here, and Jean is looking for her dear Olivia, who's right here on the couch with us, a great wise dog who has accompanied this journey as well from the beginning. Dear Yusuf.
Dear friends, dear co-earth dwellers, good greetings from Tunis. How heartwarming to experience the children of Nuhaka School in Aotearoa, New Zealand. And my sister Jean, good to see you. It's been a long time. What an honor to see you so well and so articulate as usual. And it's an honor to know that you already brought Indigenous elders to the UN Summit at its 30th anniversary. We are indeed gathered today to honor International Mother Earth Day, celebrated every year on this day, the 22nd of April, since 2009. And that resolution, which is less than 1 page short, says, we acknowledge that the earth and its ecosystems are our home. And it goes on to say, recognizing that Mother Earth is a common expression for the planet Earth in a number of countries and regions, which reflects the interdependence that exists among human beings, other living species, and the planet we all inhabit. I am aware that it was at the urging of indigenous peoples that the word mother was included, despite reservations by some states. Thank you. to the indigenous peoples. For this word, mother, makes all the difference. For us in the Arab world, mother is sacrosanct. As we call our mother and female figures who provide care and nurturing, is the same word we use for source or origin, highlighting the mother's role as a sanctuary, as a caring sanctuary to her children. The continued devastation of our Mother Earth, as you know, largely as a result of the suicidal relationship we've entertained with her over a century, has torn us apart as a human family. It made us all feel homeless from the inside out. But I can assure you that I have seen my faith and trust in our capacity to live as a family and care for our one home Earth grow steadily over the past few years as a co-chair with my sister Jane of Home for Humanity. And by leaps and bounds, especially over the past 1 year of the one home journey since the inauguration in Sechem that I've had the privilege of participating in personally. As I have accompanied the one home journey, country by country, and Home for Humanity by Home for Humanity, albeit virtually, to 17 countries now, as you can see, I begin to believe we are learning our lessons rather than repeating our errors. Yes, humanity is waking up and growing up very fast in these divisive and dangerous times, where the world we are know and the world we have created is coming undone. And the one that is yet to replace it and the one that is supposed to replace it has not yet decided to show up. In these liminal times, this is where our one home journey has begun. When we inaugurated the one home journey last April, as I said in Sechem, on Mother Day, on Mother Earth Day, just like today, we counted about 40 homes for humanity across all world regions. In the course of the one home journey's immersion in the cradle of humanity in Africa, 22 diverse organizations, initiatives, and movements were honored as homes for humanity, while in Asia and Oceania, 9 new homes for humanity were recognized. I am delighted to note that now about 75 courageous and path-breaking local culturally rooted organizations and initiatives have been recognized as Home for Humanity, honoring their impact on personal, local, and planetary transformation, or what we call the inner house or the inner home, led by indigenous communities. Some, as we will see, are spearheaded by indigenous elders, some by women, some by youth. And as we have just witnessed, some are schools where indigenous children are showing us how they are shaping the future. We are deeply grateful for what we have learned from indigenous communities already in this first year. And we honor their resilience, their courage, and their profound wisdom for future generations. Furthermore, many of our newly recognized homes for humanity, as well as our foundational or original homes for Humanity are deeply embedded in our work intensively with and serve as a hub for the indigenous communities around them, like Integral Kumusha in Zimbabwe, where the One Home Journey initiated on International Day of Peace last year, or Pax Herbals in Nigeria, where we will start the second year on the journey, like Puerto Roma Verde in Mexico, where the One Home Journey has just been, or Sinaldoval in Brazil, where the One Home Journey goes next, and many more. Most important, all the organizations recognized as homes for humanity, unique as each one is, has this in common. They all embody and practice the interconnectedness, the interconnected wholeness of life on our one home earth that indigenous communities have known of since time immemorial. Above all, what we have learned already on this journey is that we all need to live as indigenous peoples long have, with reverence for our Mother Earth, an earth home, and in harmony with all life. This is why I reiterate my dear co-chair's invitation to each and every one of you to join us and bring everyone you know with you. This is our common journey. This is our one home journey. Our Mother Earth deserves no less. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure, isn't it, again, to be together with you, have our two co-chairs together. We want to, we are here in Ashland, Oregon, which has been a great, great place for the great tribes of this country, the indigenous tribes. And as we go into honoring the homes for humanity that are led by indigenous communities around the world, we want to honor the three tribes, the Shasta tribe, the Takelma tribe, and the Latgawa tribes who have lived for generations and centuries upon this land. Thank you. And we are so glad being in this country that the first home for humanity that we initiated in this country, in the United States of America, was.
Listen for a moment to the whisper. Our founder, Mark Sørensen, is with us on this call. You later have a chance to engage with him directly in the breakout groups. But the Star School is an extraordinary example. We are proud that this is our first home for humanity in the United States of America. And STAR, as you will uncover, stands for service to all relations.
Hi, my name is Brooklyn, and some things I would want the world to know is about our culture and our school is that we are a tribe that is called Navajos, and we live on a Navajo reservation. And at our school, we like to bring our culture into some of our teachings, and we even have a specific class for that, and we learn a lot about our histories and our ancestors and how we became about. How our origin story turns out is by changing women. And I believe that she is, how would you say? She's turning into a woman, and there's 4 days of where first she's a baby, and then second is when she's about, I guess, a toddler, right? No, wait, no, a teenager. Then it goes to an adult. Then she goes and turns into an old lady. And our culture always goes by the number 4. We have 4 sacred mountains and 4 clans. Thank you.
So this was an experience of Star School. All the videos are homemade by Rama and Alexander on the journey, also an expression of the immersion in each and every place. And actually, Jean just whispered a little beautiful idea. When music comes, she said, couldn't everyone start dancing? So this invitation is on.
The dance of creation. Thank you, Jean.
And we'll continue as we are now entering the circle of wisdom around the earth. And we are beginning with 4 grandmothers, with 4 indigenous grandmothers who represent honorary homes for humanities or exemplary homes for humanity. And again, we show you, in most cases, short videos so you can feel also into the spaces and places that they have built and represent. And we begin, Rama, with Aotearoa, New Zealand. We take you on the Mahia Peninsula. You're meeting Pauline Tangiora, Maori grandmother, an Earth grandmother, has been engaged for Earth peace all her life for the Maori rights and land rights. And we met her a couple of weeks ago in her home.
Yes, we were with her in February, and she is also a counselor of the World Future Council.
Kia ora. The message is short and sweet. Life's journey is not a long journey, but the time that we have on Mother Earth is the time that we have to make useful. And whilst we're here, we must be kind to each other and respect each other. We don't always agree, but we can agree to disagree. And do it with respect for each other. And parents need to make sure they're respectful to their children, because the children follow the footsteps of the parents. So maybe this journey, Rama and Alexander, your One Home journey may be able to help the world, especially for families, and because families are the essence of life.
It's unfortunately very late at night in Aotearoa and Aotearoa, New Zealand and Australia, but very much with us is our second grandmother, Auntie Glendra, who we will see now, who is the elder in residence at the Technical University in Victoria, in Sydney. And of the many, many things that Auntie Glendra has done, here is one of her love quilts, which she does to support young people through terrible times in the Aboriginal community. So she has spent her life coming out of deep poverty herself, supporting movements, creating movements, and especially now supporting the younger generation. So let us be for a moment with the wisdom of Auntie Glendra in her office, the Elder in Residence office at the the Technical University of Victoria.
Oh, hi, Yalamanju Marang Galindra. That's hello and welcome in my language. it's all of my language that I really know, because we weren't allowed to speak our language. So my daughter has a Master's of Indigenous Language, but at my age I haven't learnt, because it's really hard to learn a language. But I think it's important to just do a little bit if you can. I think this has been a really, really amazing process to be part of peace in the world, because we need peace and we need hope. What's missing in a lot of countries is hope. And when I spoke to you, you talked about home. Well, home is where the heart is. But when people have lost hope and they've lost their sense of home, there's not much left.
Home is where the heart is. That was Auntie Glendra. Auntie, as they respectfully call their elders, aunties and uncles in Australia. So from Australia, we are zigzagging. We are coming back to the United States for the moment, to the second Home for Humanity founded in the United States, which is in the African American community. We are moving to San Diego. We are meeting the legendary Makeda Chatham, who is now in her mid-80s already, an activist of the first hour. And she, in a way, has been an incredible advocate for the African American community, but also for the world's indigenous cultures. And her World Beat Cultural Center is such a living expression of an exemplary home for humanity. Here is her voice, her wisdom.
World Beat Center, your home for humanity. It's really important because it's music, art, and culture. And that's a weapon of the future. All of us as one. And with music, there's no color. And with art, there's no color. There's no race, there's no religion. So this is your home for humanity. And we're gonna keep having this home with all cultures in peace.
And what joy did the world give you? It's two things. That's Osiris way in the heart. So thank you for bringing so much joy to the world. And we will continue to bring peace and joy and compassion to the world.
Connected. And from there, our fourth grandmother, we go to the early part of our journey in South Africa as we cross the border from country one Zimbabwe into the home of Makatsi Fataleni, the founder of Zomola Mupo, which means the voice of life, Mupo, life. And she's herself a traditional healer, which she learned from her father and ancestors, and we hear her deep wisdom from her heart, literally.
Yeah, this is our kitchen. We love the round kitchen because when I was born, I grew up in a round kitchen, a round randavel, where we sit in the circle. That is the kitchen of Bavenda. We sit in the circle in our kitchen and the fire is at the center. Then at this home, I say, my life is determined by Mupo. When I have a need, Mupo will give it. I was blessed to have this kind of kitchen. And this kitchen, we made it for dialogue, where we sit and do the Mupo dialogue here. We also enjoy the food which is cooked here. When we have occasions, when we have gatherings of Zomola Mupo, we enjoy to cook here and take the food to the place of the meeting. And the food here, we cook the food which we are learning from our grandparents.
our grandmothers, the food which we harvest from the forest, from our cultivated land. We go to the elder women and teach us how to prepare them. We have a mobile school, even though we don't want to call it a school, but it's a mobile learning classes. Children, girls, and boys, we gather in different communities and do dialogue about seed and food systems. Because seed and food systems is a holistic to mobile. It's not about to take food to prepare it and eat. We need to know the whole flow of origin and flow of blossoming, the flow of bearing, the flow of harvesting, the flow of preparations, the flow of how do we eat. We eat together, we put the seed, the food at the center, and we enjoy there, sitting at the center. And we want to bring that because in my age, we grow in that way. In every community of Zomalampo, we have these dialogues. We learn the food from the forest. And we don't go to learn to the food which is already blossom or the food which is already ready to be picked. We learn the cycle of seed. We learn the ecological flow of seasons. And we learn the interconnection, the interplay with the seed, the soil, the rocks, the trees, the rain, the season, the moon, because Mumpo is guided by the moon. We learn all this until we put the food here to cook. We have the knowledge about that seed. We learn the knowledge about that food. We deepen the sacredness of food because among our vendor people, seed is not for cultivating and planting and harvest. Food is a very spiritual element. That's why when the baby is born, we take the seed and plant it at the gate. When the baby grow up and go to initiation school, when they come back, we shower them by seed. When they go to get and grown up and get married, the Makazi, who is the woman who holds the blessing capacity, bless them by seed. When you grow up, when you die, they put the seed on top of your grave. Seed is our cycle of life. Before we eat seed, seed is the interplay for a way of life.
Thank you, Makati Mfateleni, Venderland, South Africa. I hope you feel nourished sitting with Makati in her house on the fire. And with that, we are opening a circle of grandfathers, indigenous-led Homes for Humanities and elders. And we are meeting first, and are proud to do so, for Arrows. For Arrows, who is, by the way, also one of the co-creators of the Star School, an indigenous elder in the Lakota tradition. We meet him now in his home in Mexico with his music, with his wisdom. For Arrows is a brilliant and well-known indigenous educator. Good morning, For Arrows. So good to have you here.
And to thank you, since we're here, for your beautiful hospitality and the extraordinary learnings we got from you, spending a week with you and your wife Beatrice in your home in Mexico.
Oh, how cool happy. Kichiapi ma kio kipi na I chuya te ye. Chukewa el kipi metako yasin. I'm saying hello to all my friends, those who are friends of a friend or my friends. And I'm asking you all to help each other acclimate and adjust in these times, because the truth is we're all related. And we're especially related to what this amazing journey that you have taken us all on, and that is Mother Earth. If we cannot remember this relationship with Mother Earth and with all of our other four-legged, two-legged swimmers, crawlers, rooted ones, then it's almost going to be impossible to do what I said in terms of helping each other acclimate and adjust, because we cannot do it without our other than human life. So I was asked to play a real brief flute song, and I'll just tell the story behind it. The story is that this was sung on the infamous Trail of Tears, and it was sung to the children. And it reminded them of the beautiful animals in the clouds and how the clouds are still keeping their responsibility, of the beautiful dancing of the grass in the prairies that were feeding the four-leggeds that would feed us, that the beautiful colors of the fish in the creek when they crossed it, and how it taught us to do our art and be colorful, and how the fish were keeping the water clean, and the songs of the mockingbirds and how they taught us our songs. And it continued like that. And so let me just grab my flute and I'll be right back. All right. So here goes the song. Imagine the women and the power and the courage and the beauty of singing such a song during such difficult times to help you get through those difficult times also. Allow that melody to stay with you for the day. And thank you so very much. Matakoyasa.
Thank you. And with that, we are so glad to welcome our second grandfather, who has been a great inspiration for this journey, Dwayne Elgin, who has so wisely written about the living universe, about Choosing Earth, who is a partner on this journey together with Choosing Earth and his wife, Colleen Elgin. And we ask you to say a few words to us on this Mother Earth Day. Dwayne, thank you. It was so beautiful to be with you and Colleen in your home as we arrived in this country, and to be once more invigorated with your life, devoted, truly devoted, as you shared so beautifully, Jean, to Mother Earth. So till Dwayne is online?
Till Dwayne is online, we are zipping back to South Africa. And we are meeting first through a short video, and then hopefully live, if the connection works. We are meeting the traditional Dr. Mabena, called actually in his local community Ntate, Grandfather Mabena, who started together with his wife the Motong African Heritage Initiative. And tune in this extraordinary place that he created in his lifetime over decades in Motong near Mamelodi Mountains.
Motong African Medicine Village. When we talk about Motong, the interpretation of Motong comes from human being, Moto. But traditionally, when you go to a traditional healer, you don't say, Baba, I'm going to see a traditional healer, and then you say, you'll always, I was sick, I visited Moto. I was at Motong's place, meaning you visited a traditional doctor, or a doctor whose knowledge is based on traditional medicine. So that is why every time in our culture, when we talk about Moto, we talk about human being. But again, we talk about you should have Boto, meaning you must have that humanity. You can't just look smart and you look nice, but your heart doesn't have, you don't have that humanity.
I'm delighted that many of our dear new and old friends in Ashland are on this call, because in our 3 different performance presentations here that we've had. You've already met many of them, experienced them, but now you see them in their own habitat. And what we really wanted to do by sharing these short videos is to take you with us on the journey. So you could literally be there with us, face to face with them in their own setting and experience what we did in those encounters. And with that, we move.
So Tata Mabina is not.
He's not yet on the call. I think he has, this is the great challenge across many of the parts of Africa where our homes for humanity are. They are trying. We have Emmanuel is on the call. And I think I saw Jack. I'm just going to look. Yeah, go ahead.
Rama, first, do take us to Rekohu.
Okay, go ahead, please. Yeah, go ahead.
With that, we are moving to Rekohu, known conventionally as the Chatham Islands, but Rekohu is a name in Moriori language. And you're going to meet Maui Solomon, one of the key advocates of a tribe that once has been called dead and lost, but who has rebuilt it on the Chatham Islands.
And to note that the Moriori received the World Future Council's award, the Future Policy Award for Peace for Future Generations, which you will hear about for their 700 years of preserving the peace.
Kia oranga and greetings from Rekohu, Chatham Islands, 800 kilometres off the coast of New Zealand. My name is Maui Solomon, and it's my great pleasure and honour to be able to join this Wisdom Circle on Mother Earth Day and to announce that our family land here at Kaiara on the Chatham Islands is going to join the many others around our precious planet Earth in becoming a home for humanity. I also wish to extend to all my Indigenous brothers and sisters warm and heartfelt greetings and i aroha, love from my ancestors and my ancestral lands here on these islands to you and to your ancestors and to your traditional lands. So I also want to, of course, extend my warm wishes to Alexander and to Rama. And I wish I could be there with you in person, but Susan and I have other commitments. So I'm here at Kaiara. You can see, sorry it's a little bit untidy in the background there, but this property runs about a kilometre from the road up the top down to the ocean. And Kaiara literally means pathway of food, because in the old days the ancestors used to gather food, traditional foods from the forest, and they would make their way to the sea and gather shellfish and fish and seals for their sustenance. One key characteristic of Moriori culture and identity was that we have an ancient peace covenant that my people have observed for over 600 years, outlawed warfare, killing, and learned to live in peace with one another and with the other beings that share this land and sea with us. So the emphasis of Kaiara as a home for humanity is to help to restore the land, and you can see around the coastal area there's only a handful of trees that remain, so we'll be planting trees and encouraging the native birds to return to the land, and that way we connect ourselves back to the whenua, to the land, and to the spirit of Mother Earth. And on that note, I wish to extend to you all a love and, or as we say, i aroha for Mother Earth Day. I think it's really important that all Indigenous peoples of the world, and indeed all peoples of the world, join together in celebrating looking after and taking better care of our precious mother who has sustained us from time immemorial. So with that, I'll close off because I know there's a lot of people who have a lot of really important things to say, and I wish you well, me rongo, in peace.
So thank you to the grandfathers who have inspired us around the world. We have
And I
two
think just
more.
to check, I think that Colleen
Is
may be
in?
in the room. Just
We are checking once more on Dwayne Elgin and his wife Colleen if they're with us.
No. Okay.
If not, Rama, let's move straight. We have two more very special delicacies to share. Youth and community-led homes for humanity that inspires with an indigenous context and background. And we first move towards Kenya. We are meeting the Abasuba Community Peace Museum and their founders living on an island called Mfangano, which in local language means reconciliation. Here's
which is a UNESCO heritage site.
So let us see if we get Jack.
Thank you so much for inviting me here. I'm Jack Obonyo, the founding curator of Abasuba Community Peace Museum that is in Mfangano Island. Abasuba Community Peace Museum is a community-based museum for Abasuba community who are minority groups in Kenya and their endangered society as the UNESCO put it today. Basically, the key agenda of the museum is to ensure that we promote peace and conflict solution within our region, to be a masterpiece of peace and conflict resolution within the region. And that's why it was given that name, because Mfangano, where the museum is located, it means a reconciliation. Ivangano in Suba language means reconciliation, and that's why we have Abasuba Community Peace Museum. At the same time, we want to see the museum growing into a center of peace and promotion of social justice, to promote the local community and to give them a chance of dialogue and exposing them to the outside world. Number two, the development of our society comes from the framework of engagement, and we are getting a platform of engagement, of discussion, because before we have these conventional platforms of engagement. Now we are getting the traditional way of engagement. That's why we have that round house, and where the local community could come around and share. That's the way they used to do traditionally. And so we are bringing the conventional, the traditional, and the contemporary. So bring them together to bring us a new model of engagement, a new model of living, a new model of society, and bring it together as one humanity.
Emmanuel, we will be just entering a dialogue in a moment, but it was great to see you. Please hang in there and we will come back. So let us just hear the voice as well of Punjan Gandhari. He recorded a very, very beautiful message for us today, but he's also on the call. If you could, dear Muzi, put his beautiful, heart warming message on and spotlight him. Punjan, so good to have you with us. So let's listen to Punjan's video and spotlight him at the same time.
Namaste. My name is Punjan Gandhari. I'm from Nepal and I belong to Gandharva community. The Gandharvas are an indigenous musical community of Nepal known for playing the instrument sarangi and sharing stories through songs. They were once traveling musicians spreading news and culture across villages, often enduring hardship like hunger and poor clothing. With modern communication and technology, their role declined and they faced marginalization, bullying, and untouchability. Barred from homes, temples, schools, and water taps, they were stripped of basic rights. Once respected, the Gandharvas became one of Nepal's most disadvantaged group, and their rich tradition now risks fading away. Now, I am a co-founder of Liklikot Heritage Farmhouse, and I am also a founder of Liklikot Youth Club. As a home for humanity, the focus of our work is to preserve culture, restore ecology, and empower community by reviving the ancestral wisdom of the Gandharva people through Gandharva music, education, organic farming, women empowerment, and youth leadership. At the heart of this work lies Liglicote Heritage Farmhouse, which we are working to build on our ancestral land in Liglicote, Gorkha. Liglicote Heritage Farmhouse is a living sanctuary we are building on our ancestral soil, and it is symbol of revival of Gandharva culture and tradition, a place where our roots come alive and our heritage is honored. Through the Liglicote Youth Club, we create platform for young people to lead in cultural revival, environmental conservation, and social transformation. The youth are carrying the dream of a sustainable future forward. Equally central to our work is women empowerment. We are supporting women from the Gandharva community to learn and teach traditional Gandharva instrument sarangi, perform publicly to challenge norms, and build cultural and economic resilience through leadership and skill development. We work with communities, honoring their voices, and bridge ancient wisdom with new solutions, especially in regenerative agriculture and environmental conservation. We are restoring our soil, planting native fruit trees, and building a deeper respect for nature. All of this is done with the spirit of inner healing, local resilience, and global harmony. Our message to the global home for humanity, community, and the earth is this: may each of us return to our roots, our cultural, ecological, and spiritual home, because we heal our local homes, we heal our earth home. Liglicote is a small village, but from this soil we are planting seeds for a beautiful, equitable world for all. At last, we invite you to walk this journey with us. Thank you.
Being on the spotlight with us on this call. Punjan, your message here, and we will then be calling on to the screen other homes for humanity who are with us today, and then going into a deep dialogue so we can really, as an Earth family, meet each other, speak to each other, share with each other, and be on our one Earth together. Starting with you, Punjan. Is there anything you wish to add to what you already expressed so beautifully in your video?
Thank you, Rama. Namaste, everyone, and happy Earth Day. I would like to share one Gandharva music, and we play this music during monsoon where we are planting trees and paddy fields. I'd like to share the music with everyone.
So what I'm going to ask Muzi to do is stay right there on the spotlight. And what we just want to do is to honor our other homes for humanity who are with us on this call. So you see them in addition to those you've seen so far, and that then we would want to go into a dialogue with them, just calling up the list. So I call upon dear Daud Taranike, who together with his wife, Christina Taranike, are the founders of Integral Kumusha in Zimbabwe, where we started the journey in the cradle of humanity. If, Daud, you could put on your video, we will just briefly highlight you so we can see you. Please put the spotlight back on Emmanuel so we see our young youth-led homes for humanity. We also have with us, Matsepiso Makabane, who is both originally from Lesotho and our first Home for Humanity in Lesotho, who's Home for Humanity, the Green Lady. People ask me, does she really have green hair? And now they know. Maysoon and Jonathan are Home for Humanity in the UK. We have also Priyamvada Murali, our beautiful Home for Humanity, the Bhagavata Mela Vidyalaya, whose dance and music has enchanted us, from Melatur in South India and Bangalore. We have Punjan already on the screen. We have Thomas Schneeberger. We had Yael Modiano, whose wonderful Home for Humanity spans New York, the LGBTQ community, the homeless community, and also her home country of Israel. I think she's dropped off the call. I think we've got everyone. So if we just have you on the screen, Maysoon and Jonathan, if you could put on your video so we can spotlight you, that would be beautiful. And wonderful. And Punjan again, please. That's it. Wonderful. So those are some of the 75 Homes for Humanity and Priya as well, Priyamvada, who was here till a moment ago. I just saw her message. Yeah, there she is. There we go. Oops. Beautiful. And that gives you a bit of a sense of how vast our One Home journey has been and the very different geographies, cultures that we've been in. Oh, Maysoon, so beautiful to see you. We haven't yet made it to the UK, but you've been very much with us every step.
And with that, we are going to go into a co-creative dialogue. We want to hear the whisper that Jean invited all of us to share. And we are not going into breakout groups, but we are calling them today breakthrough groups. We are taking 17 minutes, 1-7, for 7 generations to explore the question that guides us on the One Home journey, on our One Home journey, and that guides us today. How do we care for our common home, individually, locally, and on a planetary level, all together? And
should we just hear a quick answer from those who are on the screen? We haven't
voice,
heard.
yes, we
yes,
hear
to
the
hear
whisper
your voices
and
so that you can connect with them, and then we go into breakout groups so we can really get to know each other more deeply. Yeah, so we just go around the screen
for a minute each, and let's start in the cradle of humanity in Zimbabwe, Dr. Dao Chawanike.
How you and Christina and your community are caring for our One Earth Home.
Oh, I don't know if I got you quite clearly.
We just want people to hear your voice, and just in a sentence, you share your message on this Mother Earth Day, how you care for our One Earth Home.
Sure. For my message that I whispered to Mother Earth is that, Mother Earth, I love you, and I would like to cherish you by planting more trees so that I can regreen you again and make you alive.
Which Integral Kamusha is doing so powerfully with Christina Maichimuti, who's with us so much in spirit on the earth.
Sure.
Emmanuel, we didn't hear you earlier, so let us hear you now from Mafangano, Abasuba community.
Oh, hello, Rama and Alexander. How are you?
Good to see you.
I'm sorry, I had a network problem, and I'm back. So I'm Emmanuel Wanyende from Abasuba Community Peace Museum in Mfangano Highland in Kenya. And I'm delighted indigenous communities. Yeah, and my message today to the earth is that I love the lake, and it is my pleasure and ability to care much for it. For our cosmologists, the Suban people resonates around water. And as well, we would love to teach the next generation on the importance of preserving the earth and also preserving our culture. Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Thank you, Emmanuel. From Kenya to Lesotho, South Africa, Matsepiso, the Green Lady. Matsepiso, your voice, your wisdom, please.
Okay, good afternoon, good evening from South Africa. I'm actually going to Lesotho on Friday. So I'm representing the two countries. You know, my message and my caring for Mother Earth is really loving and caring for mothers. Because mothers are the ones that are tilling the land, that are tilling the soil, and they're feeding us, and they're taking care of us, nurturing us as people, so that we can be able to nurture the earth, the Mother Earth. And then I also want to say mothers are going through so much in these days with climate change on our boundaries, and poverty and COVID and all the things that are happening in the world. Mothers bear the brunt. So we are there to just love them and support them and really acknowledge them. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Home for Humanity, Lesotho, South Africa, the Green Business College, Matsepiso. You will meet her in the Breakthrough Group. We are moving to London, to our dear Maisoon Patachi and Jonathan Chadwick.
Okay, we have Priyamvada, and yes, let's go to London and come back to Asia.
Yes, we'll fly back and see you somewhere. Yes, we're very happy to see you here on this day. It's wonderful to see all these faces of people that we've seen over the years that this whole project has been growing. It's wonderful. And sometimes I wish I was with you on the trip, literally with you on the trip, but we are.
We're stuck here, but
yeah.
So it's a great blessing. I'm reiterating what Maisoon said every day. I walk on the earth and I breathe the air, and it's good for me. And the food that we eat comes from the earth, and every day we eat the food. And every minute of the day we're thinking about the earth and living with the earth. And of course, when it all accumulates on Mother Earth Day, we think specially about the earth, but as ground, as land, but also there's the sea, and there's the biosphere, and there's the air, and there's the change that is happening because of human activity. And all the time we're thinking and trying to change the attitude to this human activity, the production systems that we're a part of and which were generated here in this country. The use of coal generated the Industrial Revolution, and that's led to such problems for the world. It's led to some benefits for some people, but the problems are enormous, and now we're moving into a period where we have to deal with these problems, and that places a heavy burden on us. So I think we're in England, I think I'm very conscious of that cultural responsibility, but I'm very, very thankful to the movement of Home for Humanity for putting us in touch with so many beautiful and wonderful people and their souls and their songs and their being. So thank you very, very much for allowing us to be here in this strange space, the strange space of Zoom. But it's good to be in contact, and thank you.
So staying in Africa for a moment, our very beloved son, Roger, from the Naki Valley refugee settlement, the co-founder of New Talent for the Best Future, a school, a home away from home. Roger, as you know, as we keep telling you, your story, your light inspires, touches people every single way, how you transformed your trauma into such life and light for everyone. Dear Roger.
Thank you very much. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes.
I'm speaking from Nachivale, a refugee camp in Uganda. My name is Rogers Kivati, and I've been here in the camp for over 8 years. I'm very much honored to be speaking now, because I would say the refugees are really not given this opportunity to speak out and give their voices to the outside world. So I just want to honor this opportunity and thank the One Home journey for being the great opportunity to these refugees, and including me as being vulnerable and being part of a community, a vulnerable community. I think this is a great opportunity to really give out those differences and those problems that we are facing out in the community and give out them to the world. Speaking about the Earth celebration of the Mother Earth today, my wish is that I want to see a world that has no war, a world that everyone is free to really move everywhere, and a world that we give a chance to everyone, and there will know we shall not be seeing people who are called the refugees, people who are fleeing their homes. I believe that everyone has the right to live and enjoy their homes, but today we are being called the refugees just because we never expected it to be. And my message today is that I wish a world where there are no refugees, there is no war, there is nothing like you should worry about, that someone is behind you and willing to, because we together we can only do this and we can make it happen. We can change what is happening in Ukraine, what is happening in Congo, where I'm coming from, what is happening in Sudan. It's by coming together the way we are coming for the earth. And I'm happy that you've given me the opportunity to share this. And I hope together we are going to make the world a better place, a peaceful place for everyone to live and enjoy being a human and part of living on this earth. Thank you very much, and I'm pleased to be here.
Thank you, dear Roger, for your powerful words calling us all into deep reflection and co-creation. I would like to add just a very few lines to what you've been saying. Not only has Roger started and co-initiated with his soul brother Mohindo, equally a young refugee, new talent for the best future, but he's also part of the Home for Humanity ecosystem. And here you see Mohindo actually on the screen.
Let's see both together, soul brothers.
How special to have you here. So they're also part of an entire ecosystem of Homes for Humanity in Nakivale that is working together. And all together, we are weaving the fabric of homes across the planet in mutual support. Everyone on the screen, we will later share, of course, contact details that we are continuing the weaving also with those who are new on this call, who are new in this community, as we are growing together in building a planetary fabric that works for each and everyone. I'm holding high the quilt of Auntie Glendra again, showing the beauty that we in our diversity can represent if we grow to the occasion. And Jean again invites us to whisper into the chat. Now, well, let's see if we have Priyambada in India with us, our Home for Humanity in Milatur. Priyambada, can you hear us?
I can.
Oh, how wonderful to have you.
Hi, Rama, Alexander. So nice to see you. And I have been following all the posts that you've been sharing, and I was unfortunate that I couldn't join you all earlier, but I've been following all through with all my heart and wishing you the best in every homes that you went in your journey. And I feel you're so blessed to be in every space, in every soil of the journey, the homes that you are going. And as the voice from UK, wish we were also with you
and, you know, could experience all this as you went along under your shadow. But here's wishing all good, and I'm hoping the art and culture that I carry, the legacy that I carry, brings together more young children at heart and change this earth for the better in future. Good luck and best wishes.
I'm just going to add Dwayne, who just managed to join the screen. Dwayne, would you like?
Yes.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. There.
Then,
Can you hear me?
yes, we were just going to go into a dialogue circle, but let us have your wisdom and take that with us into the dialogue. And you're surrounded by homes for humanity around the earth who have truly chosen home, chosen earth and made earth a home. So hear your words, surrounded by all of them.
It's so good to be here with you. I'm looking at dear Jean, my dear friend and co-pioneer in choosing a new future for ourselves. And then Alexander and Rama, what dear friends. And I am so heartened by your work. And Home for Humanity, we have to know who's here in the home, who are the family members that we're learning to live with on this now small earth. Well, no one's making the introductions really, except for Home for Humanity, traveling around the world and not just looking at leaders and so on, but rather the real people on the ground that are the family that we need to learn to live with. I've gone around the world asking, what is the life stage of the human family? And again and again, when I ask that question, one answer comes back. We're in our teenage years as a species. We're in our adolescence as a species. We're trying to grow up. And growing up is hard. It's a difficult transition. It's a rough transition for an entire planet of teenagers to find our common ground and to feel at home with one another, and we can be adults together. We can take responsibility for the well-being of the rest of the human family as well as the rest of life on Earth. And Alexander and Rama and Jean, bless her heart, we have been working toward the maturation of the human family. Let's recognize who we are on the ground and come home to ourselves and come home to the earth. So, dear friends, you have been such leaders and faithful pioneers in this process. I send my blessings, I send my love, my gratitude for what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, dearest Dwayne, and to you and your wife, Colleen, the work you're doing, choosing Earth, the book, the film that has been produced. We're going to share all of this. And you are asking the question, who are we all together on the ground? So let's meet each other. Let's enter a dialogue in an even deeper level. We are taking about 12 good minutes for the next 7 generations, taking the deep question we are holding in this call with us into our breakthrough groups that Musi will invite us in. We will be about 4 in everyone. Please just name a timekeeper so you're sure that everyone has about 3-4 minutes to share and that you really get to know each other. And then we are coming together into this space to harvest.
To share our gifts. We do recognize that some of you may have to leave for other meetings. So if so, we want to be sure that we receive your gifts now in terms of your insights, your whispers, what this call and hearing these incredibly inspiring Homes for Humanity, hearing Jean's and Yusef's invocations have meant for you. So please do put them in the chat right away so we can collect them all. And for those who may not stay till the end, I just want to share one thing, which is the generosity of Mother Earth, the gifts of Mother Earth, and the generosity and gifts of all the indigenous communities, all the homes for humanity you see here, which have made the One Home journey possible. This is a basket, and I'm literally wearing the clothes given to me by the Muliluni indigenous community in Kenya. And the basket, which was filled with mangoes and is now filled, as all those who've met us have known, with the cloths representing, like the quilt, the different countries, which travel with us so that the fabric of humanity, of each one of you, travels with us. Matsepiso, the cloth that you gave us in Lesotho, is in here and comes out at every event, and every gathering, so that we are literally traveling as one family, just like the hospitality of Dowd and Christina and every single home for humanity, the Gandhari family, Priyamvada, the magic she orchestrated for us, the New Talent and Nakivale refugee family. That is what makes this beautiful journey possible, and that our gift bag, which is a symbol of that. So we thank Mother Earth and every one of our homes for humanity for not just the great work you do daily in your communities, but for showing us that it is in the direst of places, in the toughest of times, through drought, famine, and war, that your love, your generosity doesn't end, but grows even bigger. And this is our future.
And
so
as
with
we
that,
go in our 12 minutes together, Musi will try to have at least one home for humanity in every group. And though 12 minutes are short, imagine Jean would say they represent all the time we need to co-create and to build the future.
And I've just added you, dear Peter, so that people can see representing Holomovement and Purpose Earth and Unity Earth, one of our many partners who really makes this journey possible. And Unity Earth's hospitality in Australia was essential for our journey. So with that,
ready for breakthrough.
Enjoy the breakthrough, and we are back together shortly. And maybe we can have Tess, a few can stay, Tess and Tatiana can stay with us in this room. Tess, Tatiana, maybe Thomas. You can keep her. Yes. Hey, look, it's Tatiana.
Hello, family. Hi, Jean.
Hi, Tatiana.
And keep Tess with us in this room. Tess, if you even have your...
Yes, and this glorious voice.
Aw, it's so good to be with you. So good.
Tess and Thomas, if you can open your video, that would be great to see you. And then we can explore in our breakthrough group here.
Yes, great. So Janine will stay with us. Wonderful, Janine. Please do. And if you can put on your video, that's great. So we can just get into a little conversation. Likewise with Tess. Welcome, Janine. Great to be.
Hi, Janine.
Seconds.
Beautiful.
Tatiana, start with you in this beautiful breakthrough group. What's your response, your voice, your wisdom on Mother Earth Day?
Your whisper to Mother Earth.
Your whisper, your care. There is so much you do. What do you want to share today?
Just my love for this planet. I mean, my deep, deep love for this. This is the beauty of this home that we have, and my prayer that we cherish her and love this land, love every single creature and being on this land, learn to love each other, learn to live in harmony with each other. When I'm moving about the world right now, I'm just, every little bird and tree and everything is touching my heart right now. I've just come through the coldest, darkest winter I've ever lived through as a Canadian here in the east of Canada. And as the world's coming to life, my heart is just bursting with love for this earth, this home, our home. And mixed with like a deep heartache for the ways it's being mistreated, and a longing for us to really find a way to address that. I was on a call yesterday with a a man who's studying the ways rivers are dying in certain parts of the world, that rivers are drying out or they're getting broken up by dams, and just the ways that our freshwater sources are being impacted and salmon spawning is being impacted. And yeah, when I hear things like that, it really, really emotionally hits me very hard. So just this prayer for us to really, really shift our paradigm. And I know that's what you are doing with Home for Humanity. And that's why I'm so grateful to be a part of this journey with you. Mm-hmm.
You know, Tatiana, say a word about your extraordinary music, your storytelling, together with your partner, Mark, the organization Ignite, which is soon to become a Home for Humanity itself.
Well, it seems like one of the most powerful means of reaching mass awareness and consciousness is through media right now, through video, through the online world of social media, which I have my own issues with, or sort of grappling with that. But really, it's such a powerful way of communicating a message and communicating transformational information. And so Ignite is really, we've created this media company to uplift messages that we feel deeply need to be heard. And so both Mark and I have our own, artistic messages, but also working with other organizations and thought leaders and healers and coaches to support them to bring their messages to the world, because there are so many people actually that have such extraordinarily valuable things to contribute right now who maybe aren't reaching mass consciousness with their messages. And so how do we empower those voices? And so media and the arts has been our answer to that.
You know, when I hand over, Janine, you are with us, and Janine is one of those we just met in Ashland who also nudged us and supported us to take our communication even further. And Tatiana, we are so grateful for the way how you and Ignite and Mark, you're helping us with, sharpening the message that we jointly carry. Janine, what's on your mind and heart today in response to what's in the space?
Well, I turned down the volume briefly because I had the computer with my husband, my husband who's, 90 and a half and in bed. And I explained to him what was going on this Zoom call. And I explained to him who you are and what you've started. And I think I told the story like this, which is kind of important to the Earth Day aspect. I said that you're going around the world and the various small communities of Home for Humanity that you've started in mostly so far indigenous cultures, lesser developed locations for the most part. People are living more close to the land. And I came outside deliberately to kind of show you my land. So I have rather nice acreage and view that is one of my primary concerns, to keep it and be able to maintain it as I get older and not have it burn up. So I'm very interested in preserving the earth.
Gary, you're still unmuted. Please do share, and just taking the chance to introduce you right next to you is Tatiana, a voice of as divine as the rose behind her.
A prophetess of the future.
Yes. Oh, she's equipped. Yes, begin right away, Tatiana, so we can enter the room with your music.
I'm gonna play you this song. This is an ode to the Mother Earth. Mama, won't you take me back down? Take me back down to the ground. Mama, won't you take me back down, back gotten lost with my head in the clouds. My mind is too loud to hear your voice. And I have gotten lost with my feet off the ground, not making a sound as I fly so high. So mama, won't you take me back down? Take me back down to the ground. Mama, won't you take me back down to the ground? I've gotten disconnected from the plants and the trees, the life that's been given to sustain me. I have gotten lost from what is wholesome and pure, so lost and confused and unsure. This chorus is pretty easy to sing along. Anyone is welcome to sing with me. Mama, won't you take me back down? Take me back down to the ground. Mama, won't you take me back down to the ground? Ay, 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 Mama, won't you take me back down? Ay, 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 I wanna put my feet on the ground. Ay, 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 Mama, won't you take me back down to the ground? You can ay, ay, ay with me too. Ay, 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 Mama, won't you take me back down? Ay, 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 I wanna put my feet on the ground. Ay, 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 won't you take me back down to the ground? I have gotten lost 'cause I forgot my name, forgot my place, couldn't remember from where I came. I have gotten lost, I have been wandering alone, but I'm finding my way back to my home with you, with all of you. Mama, won't you take me back down? Take me back down to the ground. Mama, won't you take me back down to the ground?
Bravo. Thank you, Tatiana. Welcome everyone back. Tatiana took us straight into the harvest. This was created on the spot. This came literally out of the breakthrough room. Tatiana, deep gratitude. And we are moving now towards the end. It's hitting 11 on our side here. And we would love to harvest a couple of voices, but we want to invite each and everyone to write into the chat. What happened? What came out? What came through? What's to be shared? So we have it in our collective gift bag.
And we want to start also with those who are maybe joining us in the space for the first time, or who, just to hear also from you, what do you feel about this, what's happening? How would you like to stay committed? Committed, yes, we hope, but to continue journeying with us. And for those who are long timers, who've been with us for a long time, what is your feeling now as you see how we are growing? So just to hear from every one of you. Let's have a quick circle of a few hands that would like to share, but like everyone, please write into the chat so we collect all of your thoughts, feedback, messages, ideas, ways of support.
Let's weave together. Let's hear each voice. Dennis, do you want to open the circle?
Well, after all the discussion, well, hello everyone, and many blessings to all here on this auspicious Mother Earth Day, where we come to celebrate and hold hands with her as she embraces us and invites us to work together with her to build this new earth. And I recognize that in doing so together, we weave a stronger earth for the future. But Alexander, you and I had gone back and forth on the time, and my calendar just reminded me that it was starting at 2 Eastern, and I just came on. So did I miss the whole thing? After all that?
Janice, don't worry. We saw that you were running another program, so we didn't expect you to be able to join. So don't worry, but be with us. But what I do want to do, since we've been speaking about hospitality and gifting, is, we were living with Jean for a week, and then our beloved second godmother in Ashland, Peggy Rubin, Margaret Rubin, the great Shakespearean founder of Sacred Theatre, took us into her arms in her beautiful home. And we also have here Joni Kali, who we know so well from Evolutionary Leaders and Holomovement, who wrote to us while we were with Peggy and Jean and said, come to the East Coast, and, I will be your hostess. So just this incredible generosity and hosting. So Peggy, darling, you were meeting many of our Homes for Humanity in the flesh after hearing them over and over and over. You and Lisa, I think, have heard them 3 times in a row, many of them. How has this been, being a core part of our One Home journey?
Thank you for that opportunity, because it has been a thrilling, wild, glorious ride, and absolutely spectacular to meet or to see so many of the glorious places that you have touched into and gifted and received such profound and beautiful earth-loving gifts from. So thank you. Thank you for everything you're doing. Thank you to our profoundly hospitable, generous, unsurpassed Mother on this holy day. And thank you for reminding us that we are one earth and one people. And to meet your glorious friends all around, and to feel so profoundly connected to them all and each. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the whisper to the earth is hope and vision and possibility and gratitude and praise, praise, praise. Thank you. Thank you all. It's a pleasure and honor to be. Yeah.
And all our gratitude to you and gratitude. I want to call forth also our dear friends Theo and Andrea in Germany, also the holders and hosts of the Co-Creatio Foundation, strong supporter of the One Home journey. Your message, please. So good to see you here.
And in the spirit of gratitude, to thank you that you gave us a beautiful Easter gift just at the moment where we needed a sign that we were on the right path. So thank you for that gift of generosity.
So we really enjoyed to talk with Susan about our gifts. And the whole call today is a big remembrance to us of all the gifts we could share for the last 35 years of our personal journey here together, and remembering all across the globe that we are united with people working for a culture, an ecology, and a spirituality which is conducive for 7 generations to come. And that's a long, long distance. We are grandparents to 12 grandkids, so we know about what's up for them, and we are aware of some restful deities out there not enjoying our bliss and our sharing. So we open our heart and say, let peace come, let unity come. Let love be amongst our one home journey together.
And I just would like to add, as we were present when you started your journey exactly a year ago in Sekhem in Egypt, for me, as I've followed 80% of the Earth Family calls, the picture or the metaphor I have, the homes for humanity you honored on your journey and you worked with, and the people, for me, they are like morning dewdrops in the sun. They send their light and they send their joy. And this network is becoming stronger and stronger, and it will cover the whole earth. Thank you so much.
Thank you, dear Andrea, and thank you, dear Franz Theo. You know, we looked once more to the clock and we saw that we are moving already quite late. And we want to invite, we can't probably hear everyone's voice, but we would love to have everyone's read, at least in the chat. That would be very important. We would love to, however, bring, before we close with our dear Jean here in Ashland, we would love to see if we can bring our dear Ntate Mabena, Dr. Siriso Mabena from South Africa, the founder of the Motong African Heritage Initiative. He is now with us. We couldn't hear him earlier, and his wisdom is just so priceless that, Ntate Mabena, if you are ready to speak for a moment in closing this call dedicated to Mother Earth, this is the moment. So
and
good
please
to see
know
you.
that everyone heard your powerful message and will receive your video, seeing you and feeling you on top of your mountain in Motong, and your beautiful scarf is with us. Over to you for a closing word.
Greetings to everybody. It is for me and my wife, who is also late, it is an honor for me to know you people to be part and parcel of Home for Humanity. I feel very, very great, even if sometimes being disappointed by the connection here in my country. I can't connect and go with you this longer journey, but I'm with you practically. I and Mabel, as she's just behind me, we have been planting some few trees. Remember, I always say to myself, we own this earth a great. Since I show you the scar on the mountain, we're trying to make sure that the scar heals. And we have planted plus minus 43 trees, different trees. And yeah, and I can see this mountain wipe it off its tears gradually. Since I indicated that the mountain has a big scar, a big gash, and it needed me, my wife, and the community to apologize to this mountain. But by planting plus minus 43 trees today, I could just see the hand of the mountain wipe it off its tears gradually. And it is because, you know, Alexander and Rama, since you came into South Africa, you have played such a great task in my life and Mabel as well. You actually bring up that inspiration. We felt that we are on the right direction. We are doing the right thing. And I will always say, I'm not representing my jacket. I'm not representing myself. Me and Mabel were representing those communities. I had an opportunity to meet and to be part and parcel of Home for Humanity. So therefore, all what we are doing, I and Mabel, we are representing the community. I can't stop talking unless you said stop, but really Mabel, she's now with me. Maybe she wants to greet you, and yes, and I can promise you that the mountain is healing, and the birds are now flocking into the mountains, and a quite number of insects are happy. I'm now trying to understand it and learn the language of all the flora and faunas, the insects, and sometimes it will be the first time in Mamelodi in South Africa, we have what we call a seminar of climate change with the flora and fauna, not only human beings. Sometimes I think we must invite these insects, we must invite these animals and begin to learn their language, because these animals and trees will one day say nothing about us without us. So in future, we must change the system of doing things and invite these animals and talk with these plants, flora and fauna globally. And now we are actually, I will feel that we are doing the right thing. The trees can say nothing about us without us. And that's why I sometimes, when I look at some of these, I was chatting with a certain animal. I will not mention their name. We had a chat with a certain animal that said to me, listen, Mabena, I am producing the milk. You take my milk, you drink. But have you ever said to me, thank you? I was speaking to a specific plant, to be short. That is the Vengari fuster. And that is it's a fruit-bearing plant. And that plant had talked to me and said, listen, Mabena, we produce fruits. We don't eat our fruits. You, a senior human being, you take our fruits, but you don't say thank you to us. So in that short, say to me, it's thank you many a times to be part and parcel of this journey. And it has made me and my wife always work tirelessly. As I'm saying, we planted 40 trees today, and I feel that the scar of the mountain is now healing. And in short.
Good evening, everyone. Today in South Africa, it's an Earth Day. And we did practice that because we were planting 40 trees today. So I'm so very happy about that. It shows that really my Mabena family, they appreciate the mountain. And we appreciate Earth Day.
On daily basis. It's not a one thing, it's an ongoing. It's in our blood, it's in our mind, it's in our bloodstream. It's our daily food to make sure.
Today we are celebrated that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mama Mabena, let us hear one of your powerful prayers to close us, as you did when we were together. So we can just hear the chant of Mother Earth through your voice, through your language.
Okay. Okay. Bomnisi bomvuleni ugwadlagwadla mfula longa wela tinkonjane kumagumba manomhlaba kuphi na kuphi la nikhona siyanibonga namhlanje nina nisiphele siphiwe sinaso umsebenzi esiuphiwe yini siyabonga namhlanje naku siyakwazi ukulapha imvelo ngoba sihlangene nemvelo siyumgazi linye nemvelo siyabonga namhlanje nisikhulisile saze sabangaka nithi bogwadlagwadla la nikhona sivikelele ngaso sonke isikhathi kube yini nisihambela phambili kube yini nisikhanyiselayo siyabonga
the interpretation, as I used to say, the totem of Mama Bena, it's rain. My totem, it's a buffalo. I cannot live without water. And her totem is so big to such an extent, it unites us. My totem as a buffalo, I might be one of the biggest or one of the big five in the jungle. But what is big in me is the brain. It's not the muscle. It's how I do things, and it's how I protect. Because if you are one of the big five in the jungle, your job is to protect other animals. I'm a human being. I must protect my family. I must protect my country. I must protect, the nature itself. That's why her totem is the rain. I'm the buffalo. So we click together, and yeah, we click together. That is the meaning of the prayer, where she said, I'm so important. If the people don't take care of me as the rain, people will suffer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mama Mabena and Tati Mabena. So beautiful to feel your power at the end of all the planting and caring for Mother Earth. And with that, we bring back Jean and Mother Earth to close us on this Mother Earth Day.
Well, this has been such a day as we express the depths of our feeling, our knowing, our union with Mother Earth herself. And suddenly Mother Earth came to me, and it was like a great opening, an awakening. And she said, what about all the other Mother Earths? I said, what? What? There's more. There are more beyond imagining, for we are living in a cosmos, a universe of universes, each of which is yielding such brilliance, such essence, so much love. Not only are we not boring God, so to speak, but we are activating in this kind of meeting the remembrance or the discovery of the great unity of which we are a beautiful part. And this unity, this great oneness, which includes also many, many planets. This is part of the new discoveries in astrology, in astronomy. Many planets, many ways of being and knowing and creating, many, many kinds of the love that moves the sun and all the stars. For ultimately, it is about the great oneness, the great loving. And so I see Mother Earth, this little representation of her, but I feel within her a great buzzing, a humming. If I would say, it is the song of the universe who says, at last, dear ones, you are coming home to your mother. You're coming home to the mothering of the unity in which we all are the representative of the oneness of the Great Spirit, in which we all are part of its existence. We may call it God, we may call it Spirit, we may call it the oneness, but above all, it says, this is who you also are. And in this period of time that we have spent together, we have risen to heights that we didn't even know we had. We could call them love. We could call them creation, co-creation. And above all, we can call them the great universe of which we are intimately part of this oneness. So let us celebrate this oneness. Let us come home to the unique experience, creativity, and above all, love that activates the stars, that calls forth the genius of the great unity in which we are contained. The dogs, the cats, the humans, and above all, the sheer luminous unity of our glorious planet, of whom we are the caretakers, of whom we are the co-creators, And the basis of co-creation is one great thing. It is love, love, love. So it is. So we are so fortunate to be part of the great loving of the universe and of our glorious planet. Deep for all beings and for the love that illumines, that transforms, and assures us of our glorious continuity and our love for each other. So be it.
So be it. Jean, so be it. Filled with your words, filled with all that we have shared upon this sacred day. We look upon each other. If you can turn on your videos, we look with gratitude, with love, with this oneness. Thank you, Jean, for opening us to our heights, for bringing us back to even greater heights. With this, we move on.
And we move on. Jean, perhaps you could hold the earth high for a moment and we could reach out together in our full height.
Can it be seen?
Reach out to the earth caringly, lovingly, and in co-creation.
Thank you. Thank you all for being with us. We continue the journey together. Please share any other message you want us to have in the chat.
And please open the mic and perhaps we could all, in conclusion, say
Just
Mother
hear our
Earth
voices
in
together.
our own.
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth.
Our Mother, Mother Earth.
Mother Earth.
Ati Zemlya.
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth. Mother Earth.
Lefatshe la borona.
Mother.
Lefatshe
We
la
love you.
bothata
We
rona.
honor you. We
Ikhaya
embrace you.
lethu.
In the universe forever.
Ikhaya lethu.
Hmm.
Lethu. Ikhaya lethu.
Kezo.
Ndolebo wamaka.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Khotso.
I will nam
Kezo.
leve monati.
Kezo ndate.
Rekholebo wangamanda.
Wabona he.
Rekholebo wangamanda.
Thank you all. Thank you all.
Thank you.
And love to all.
Love and gratitude and co-creation.